Hey guys, Liquid Fire here again tonight. So, as you may be able to tell, we're back in Lintukoto, and we're going to pick up on some of the tasks that we need to finish up. So tonight my goal is to at least knock out the reindeer for 300 kilograms worth of meat. So let me jump to the map here. We've hopped down to this camp here in the Vara Highlands. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of drive down to around this area, and we're just going to work south from about this red exploration marker and just head on down and finally pick this guy up. So that's the plan. There's supposed to be a bunch of reindeer in this general area, and at 9 o'clock we're still in eat time, so they're not going to be chilling at any of the ponds or anything. So hopefully we'll be able to pick up a few reindeer. So let's hop in the UTV and head south. I still need to knock out the moose mission. I just have not found any matures at all. So I decided to give that a little bit of a break. Try to knock these out. I figured that the pheasant was going to be the hard one to knock out, but it's beginning to feel like that moose is going to be just as hard. Alright, let's just stop here. Alright. I did add in the other stand. So I now have both the big boy, or big brother, and the giraffe. That way if I need to get a little bit of elevation but not be quite as high as I am with the giraffe, we have that as an option. Now in between this and the last video I did go check on a couple forests that we had saw, and unfortunately they had both died. So no special fives out of those two. I was hoping to get lucky, but didn't work out so well. Let's get up on top of this hill and see if we can get some eyes on the terrain at least. We got a lot of open terrain. So we got a tower. That's what that is. That's a tower. Alright, so we're just going to head towards that tower, actually. That's the direction we need to go anyway, so that'll make it easy. Turn Hunter Sense on, see if I can pick up some zones. Well, that's a good sign. But I either spooked them out with the UTV when I came in, or they're at their rear. Oh, we got something over there, though. Looks like Mouflon from here. Alright, well, let's head on to the tower. Maybe that mouflon over here is a little bigger than it looked like it was in the camera mode. I'm not hearing anything call out. I heard something make noise. There it is. What we got over here? Well, that's mouflon. Let's take a quick look, see if you're worth going after. Doesn't look like it from here, does it? Nope, definitely not one we're interested in. I thought the mouflon that we were looking at, yeah, it's right up here. 1-star dog, not anything that we're gonna chase down. More of the solos, I guess, though. I should probably mark both of those on, oh, spook them, on the map. So those were mouflon, those are mouflon. We're not looking for mouflon. So what we're after is not the moose, but the 300 kilograms of reindeer. So it doesn't matter if it's male, female, whatever. I don't know, how much does a caribou weigh? Encyclopedia. So the reindeer, at most 200 kilograms. So if we get a couple matures, that'll take care of that. A mature and adult, yeah, so doesn't have to be anything too special. Can't do it in one anyway, so. Sure would like to see some, or at least hear some. We should get into them pretty good. Starting around, I think it was around this area on the map, through here. So maybe once we get to that tower, we'll get our eyes on a few reindeer. It's kind of funny, I've ran into a lot of animals, not on this hunt, but I've ran into a lot of animals, but not a lot of shooters yet. It's either been, well, mostly young and adult, but it's either been that or a mature that is just not a good shooter. Okay. Do the mountain reindeer eat at a different time than the regular caribou? So caribou eat at 7. Mountain reindeer eat at 7, drink at 11. It's only 9:30, I would expect them to still be around. Maybe they've already started moving to their drink zones. Oh, speak of the devil. Oh, and a 1-star mature at that. Alright. where are we at? I'm going to go ahead and mark this as a solo herd on next map. So we are near this tower. Alright, so should be a reindeer around here. Although it's odd, I've picked up reindeer zones, but I don't see any reindeer on the map. I wonder if I have them turned off. There we go. So it should be this guy here. So I marked him on next map. Let's go pick this guy up. Oh, I heard a bird. It's a little better group at least. It's still not sure. Not gonna get the shot at the top. Alright. I didn't run into like flocks of 3 or something. Activate that mission. Should be a hard shot with the way he went down. Not critical, but yeah, decent enough. A little forward on it, but did everything we needed. Little light on the power. Still kind of surprised that wasn't enough to be instant death, but 46%, so nothing too fancy, but it'll get us the weight started, so we got 180 kilograms. Alright, so let's hit this, change, and make it rain. Wow. 178.94. Well, we got one done. If we can catch another mature, we'll finish this up for sure. Of course, he didn't call out any. It'd been nice if he had called out for us. Should discover this any second now. How much closer do I need to get? Come on. Oh, it's not a regular tower. Point of interest type thing. It's alright, we'll go up on it and use it like a tower here in just a second. No, I'm not going to try to pronounce it. Definitely a good lookout. Not anything we're interested in. Right down there is another. We'll go ahead and mark you. And we'll go get him in a minute. Oh, there's a whole herd of them over here. They're on their way to a drink. Probably one of these ponds, I guess. Let's take a closer look and see if any of them look really big. No, and that one's not horrible, but nothing too amazing. So, put this guy down here. Oh, we don't need the 338. I just wanted to go under it, but I don't guess that's going to happen. So I can only shoot standing up here. Alright. Well, we'll do a standing shot. I don't like to. Oh, it was a better shot than it acted like. Oh, come on. Alright. Definitely going to have to take a second shot. If he gives me a second shot. That'll do it. That was bigger. Again, not really sure why you can't rest against the rail on a tower like this, but it is what it is. Alright, so he's down. What are you guys? I hear you. It's 1-star dogs. Well, you get to live. So over here is where we need to go to pick him up forever away, because I didn't make that first shot. So we have to run all the way back to here. Oh well, at least that mission should be completed. I've terribly upset those Arctic foxes. They are displeased. I felt that first shot was good enough to hit a critical area, but apparently not. That's a zombie field. Not worried about the mufflers. Now, if they'd been coal-worthy or had been a 5-star, that's a different ballgame. We'd have went in. Probably. See if we got a line of sight through here, but I don't think it's real likely. Maybe. Maybe not. There's wolves all over the place up here. Alright, let's see. How big a boy are you? 72% threes. Well, 72% I'm not too worried about. I'd have rather not done a 3-star, but yeah, I was just forward on that shot. That's what it was. Had I been a little further back, we'd have been good to go, but that happens when you're shooting standing up like that. I was forward on this one too. But got enough of the lung to do it. We didn't get any on the first shot, so this is all just from the shot. But with that angle, it did everything we needed. And his weight, 191, that'll definitely be enough to put us over. So that'll finish up, what is it called? Make it rain, yeah. So finished up that one. So now we need to find a bear from 300 meters away, a 5-star pheasant, and of course the mature moose. Well, the moose over 500 kilograms. And there's no moose through here. So do we go look for bear? Or do we go and try to find a moose? Their ranges are so huge. Although, those two eat right side by side. Oh, mercy me. I don't know what to go after. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. So the bear would be sleeping at this point, so I don't have a sleep zone for those two. Not that they would have necessarily been at these eat zones either. But... Let me take a look over here at next map and see where the bear like to hang out at. So we've got a bunch of bear up in this area, it looks like. But with their zones being so big, they could be sleeping anywhere. And that looks pretty mountainous. So it would be the highlands. No, I think they're more up in this area. Yeah, that may work. Let's go to this camp and just start heading west. We've got some question marks to find anyway, so we'll just go walk to the question marks and see if we can find a bear along the way. Of course, finding one 300 meters away could be a problem. If they're all in the woods like this is. And I don't even have a 300 meter line of sight here. We'll play it by ear and see what we can do. I've got the 338 with me, so I'm prepared for the long shot. I didn't even just see if there were any moose up in here. I do have the predator collar, which calling in a bear is not really going to be helpful. Let's head up on top of this ridge and see if we can get some line of sight on anything. There's some bear tracks. So they're definitely in here. probably going to be more a matter of finding one and backing away, or maybe getting lucky and seeing one in the distance. I don't think I'm likely to hear something at exactly 300 meters and have a chance of getting a good shot off at them. Oh, we've got some line of sight up here. Okay. That's beneficial. Glad I came up here. Let's take a look around, see if we see a bear in the distance. So there's that tower. I don't see anything yet. Doesn't really mean anything, but lots of zones in the area. More mufflers. More muffaloons. Well, there's been red deer in here. There we go, stand. So our next one, jeez. I feel like I'm probably more likely to go after this one. We're going to head out a little further south and then turn back that direction. Just try to leverage this field a little more. No, it's not a tower, it's a cross. That is not a bear. There's something right here. Ah, there we go. Little fox coming our way. Where's your buddy at? One-star adult. Again, youngs and adults. So many youngs and adults. All these reds over here, wherever they were young and adult. Let's see if we see any bear anywhere. No. Don't see anything that way. So we're going to head on over to the cross. Have to go through some woods and then we'll open up into... Ah, there's a bear. Alright. So there's our cross. The bear is over here in this field. Kind of between the camp and the cross. So it's kind of this direction. Oh, he's much further this way. Okay. So he's more like that way. So I guess he's probably somewhere in this area. Let's go find that bear. Now the wind's blowing directly north, which if I'm too close to that bear is going to get into him, but we're so far out I can't really worry too much about that. Up out here, buddies. Oh, let's see. Young female, female, adult female, 1-star adult, 1-star young. Yep. Nothing of any interest. It does seem that our plan to head to this cross up here was going to work though, because the bear is in that direction, so that works out good. So we may have found him using the camera, but we would have found him anyway, I think. Well, I say that, by the time we get there, he may not be in the field anymore. I'm trying to kind of stay a little to the south of him to try to give myself a little more room for the wind. I'll pop the camera up again here when we get a little bit closer to see if I can figure out where he's at, if I can still see him. Couldn't tell where that came from. Kind of sounded like it came from everywhere at once. If you didn't hear it, there was a crack, a limb breaking or whatever. So we're getting into the fringe of an open area now. We're still a long ways off from the cross. I may have to get up to the cross to have a line of sight even. Get up on that ridge. Just have to see where that bear is. Let's take a look now if we can find him. No, that's not bear. Okay, so they're on that hill there. No shot at all from here. Up on this ridge here. See if we can line of sight. Too close. But from up here, I think we'll be far enough away. The big question then becomes, do I have a lot of sight to them from up here? Two-star mature. Just don't come over here and run me over, that's all I'm worried about. Let's go pick up his zone. Alright, so there's the female, the male's on the other side. I have to get higher and further back. looks like we're probably going to have to take the female because we're not going to have eyes on the male. Doesn't look like anyway. I still need to get 20 yards further to get her. Hey, there's a fox. Talk about pushing the limits. Just barely over 300. Let me double check that mission. Harvest the brown bear. Doesn't say where it has to be shot. Doesn't have to be male or female. Hey, there's a bunny. I may just go ahead and take the headshot. I don't know. Oh, there's the male. Maybe he'll turn sideways and stop. I'm not going to try to shoot him while he's walking at this range. If he'll stand up down there and stop. Nasty. Well, fox don't care. I think we're probably going to do the headshot. She lays her head back down. That's not fatal. Jerked way high. Horse piss, I blew that completely. I knew better than to take the headshot. I knew better. Especially not laying prone. Well, I got no one to blame but myself for that. And those follow-up shots didn't do anything. I missed, so off we go. We'll go over to this cross. Maybe we'll see something else. Lack of patience just bit me in the butt. Although I don't know that I'd have been able to get a shot, even if I went to get in the position to be broadside with where she was at. I don't think that I had a shot. She was on the wrong side of the hill to come up here. I could have laid there and waited to see if she turned and stood still, but... Oh. What was that? Oh, an actual hurt. Oh, now that guy don't look horrible. You don't look horrible. Alright. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some eyes on these guys. You guys' hands. Not gonna see much through all those trees. guess I've alerted them. Oh, never. They're not my wind, so I must have alerted them twice. To push them away like that. Oh, they've stopped. Right. So where's this big guy's at? You are not him. You are not him. Got 2-star adults. That looks like females. Was I looking at the 2-star? Yeah, one may have been. Where's that other big one at? Oh, he's back here. Okay. 2-star adults. I think he's right there. Ah, 4-star. So we're right about here. Let me take a look over at the map. Bring up Mouflon. So, ooh, there's a bunch around here. 11 o'clock. What are Mouflon even doing at 11? We're supposed to be drinking. There's no drink zones right there, though. So maybe they were heading to this drink zone here. Which means it could be a ton of different Mouflon. So there's like 3. I'm just going to mark one of them and here 2 could be. Well, I've got it marked anyway. So we'll try to figure out which one he is a little bit later. There's a drink zone. Oh, seriously? How nice. Another fatal error. For no good reason. But while it's up, there's a drink zone right above the fatal error. That I assume is where they were heading to. So let me pause this, get the game back up, and we'll pick back up. Alright, so we should be back up and running. What the world? Well, apparently I paused it again, trying to fix the screen where it came out of full screen. And I've been talking to myself again. Basically, we went up to the cross and looked around everywhere. We saw some red deer like 600 meters out, but no bear so far. Kind of surprised. Oh, we got some more deer down here. Oh, well, it says it's a Mouflon. So we got some Mouflon down here. But I'm still kind of surprised that with the 338 that hitting it in the skull wasn't enough to take the bear out. What do we got here? Not bear. Seeing more stuff this way, just not what we need to see. Be nice to see a big old bear broadside at about 3:15. So right there would have been fine. He could have been broadside right in there. Well. That's disappointing. Well, we know that there's at least a bear that sits up in this area. Well, they were on the other side of this hill, but alright, so I guess I can either head to this one. Yeah, I think just walk to this. Find out what it is. Oh, it's a tower. Well, that'll work. We'll head over to that tower and then go up on top of that hill and see if we see anything. Maybe we'll get lucky and find something on the far side of it. But yeah, I set the hotkey for pause as Alt Enter, and that also moves you from full screen to windowed mode. And in my brilliance, apparently I hit it to take it out of window mode and didn't think about it repausing my recording. Oh, what we got? 1-star adult, 1-star adult, no shooters. Those perpendicular shots are hard anyway. And I can't even hit a bear in the brain when it's laying still. That was a dumb shot to take anyway. Well, we'll see if we find anything on the other side of this hill. May wrap it up shortly thereafter. Maybe from over here I can look back in this direction and see the bear that we spooked and get a shot on her again. For a mission, I don't care, male, female. I might not take a 4-star for it, but yeah, anything else, fair game. For a lot of stuff, I'll even take a 4 for a mission, but bear are just so slow to grow, I don't know. That's a tough pill to swallow, taking a 4. imagine we're going to see the bear over here. But get up there. Come on. Parkour. I don't know where to begin. I guess we'll start here. My time in Classic tells me that's a great place for there to be bear. There should be all kinds of them in that area. Oh, looky there. That's a pig, I think. It might be a bear. I can't tell, it's so far away. That's a pig. I was seriously beginning to question, would I take an 800-meter shot on a bear? The answer is probably yes, if I could get prone. It's another perfect little place for them to be. Down in that field would work. Let's take another look over here, see if we happen to see the ones we shot at. So I think they were on the other side of this ridge. Unfortunately, they didn't spook this way. They went down further, I believe. But after the game crashed, who knows where they actually came back in at. Nonetheless, I don't see them over here. Let's walk off to the other side here. It's not really looking like I'm going to find another bear. Let's see if I can get this rock. There could be 12 bear down in there and I wouldn't see them because of all the trees. They'd have to really be out in the open. It's funny how when you're looking for bear, everything starts to look like a bear. All these rocks, the pig earlier, everything becomes a bear. It's like the old Tootsie Roll commercial. Not really looking to take a 600-yard shot, but well, doesn't look like we're going to find anything. I guess I shouldn't complain. It's my own fault. I had the opportunity and messed up. So we've searched this whole area. We've searched this whole area. So yeah, these bear were way over this way. So they weren't even on this ridge we were looking at, they were over here. So they definitely would have went this way, and they ran that way. Or maybe that way. Well... Let's jump over here, walk our way over to this question mark, and see if we get lucky and see another bear. And then we'll either wrap up after we discover the tower, or whatever it is, or we get us a bear. And I will probably be very hesitant to take another headshot at however many yards it was, 300 and some meters. Well, I heard him. Oh, they've dropped down. Not gonna be able to get a shot off of them in the trees. No chance. May not have a chance at anything 300 meters through here either. That'll be my luck. I'll find a big old bear, and I'll not be able to get anywhere near 300 meters away to take the shot. So, depending on the direction that these bear went once they spooked, I could run into the ones that spooked again. Again, I don't know if I'll have 300 meters worth of range if I do, but possible we stumble into them. Let's take a look and see if we see them anywhere. Well, I hear a wolverine or a badger. Don't see the bear hanging out anywhere though. So we've got some badgers. Oh, now they spook. Didn't see any shooters, but I didn't really get good eyes on many of them. Oh, 3-star mature. Certainly not a badger palooza like we had the other night. Kind of what, like 17 of the suckers. Let's head up on top of this ridge on our way over. Looks like I might have a ridge over here I can get up on. Ah, the moose. Maybe we'll get lucky and find a mature moose if nothing else. So that's due west. We'll have to go check that out. Be nice to finish that mission up. Alright, so they're a couple 100 meters away. Let's see if we can get eyes on a moose. Definitely don't have the view from up here that I was hoping. There's a moose. That's a she-moose. There's the he-moose. And of course, he's a 1-star. Adult. I don't care about the stars, but he's an adult. What do we got over here? Well, you're not a bear. Alright. So not much. That sounds like a bear coming at me. Well, hello. How are you? You are not 300 meters away. And you're probably not going to go 300 meters away where I can shoot. What are you doing? some reds way out there. So apparently this bear's just hanging out down here. Oh, no. I don't know where the bear went. There's our moose. I've lost the bear. Where'd you go? Oh, oh. Wait. Is that a dead bear? What the hell? Alright. Did I get a bleed kill on that headshot? Or maybe my second shot actually hit? What in the world? Alright. Well, let's see if we can get eyes on the male. So we're 200. Just going to go ahead and mark you, buddy. I don't know if I can get far enough away, even with the tower. If I get down here, because I will definitely take a shot at him, just in case whatever the dead one isn't what we're after. I guess maybe my second shot did hit. I didn't think it did. And I don't know that the giraffes will be tall enough to see up over this ridge. Not that I really like shooting out of the tower, especially long range. But he's there behind that brush, but just can't see him. He'd have to get over in this direction. And there's nowhere for me to go to get the elevation and range at the same time and still have a line of sight. So if he would go further left, then we'd have an option. No, what are you doing? He's doing his neck exercises. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Alright, go the other way, go left. Come down here. Come down in here. He's still very interested in me, even though he can't see me and I'm 300 meters away. Alright. So that's not gonna work. He's walked a little further away. Maybe he's far enough away. No, we're just too close. Yep, I just saw blood flash through there. Alright, so you're a 2-star mature. I need to get 10, 13, 14 meters further away. He's still super interested in me. Don't think I have the elevation down here on the road. We'll give it a look just to see. I've never shot an animal twice for any of the ranged ones. Oh, you know what? If he's in the right spot. I've never shot an animal twice for any of the ranged missions. So I don't know if it'll even count when you shoot him twice. So right there he is. Just stuck behind this stuff. What's your range? 295. Alright, so add 5 more yards, and then it'll be too low. So 295. Give us a little bonus. Oops. Alright, giraffe. Be tall enough. That tree's in the way. You would talk about dead on, that was 300 on his butt. Alright, so he's going to have to come out from behind this tree because he is one to block. But if he gives me the opportunity here, we'll see, them limbs are just blocking you. I would take that shot anyway. If he could turn out here and stop just over 300 meters out, I will take him. But this extreme quartering away shot is not the shot I want to take. Especially with the limbs blocking us all the time. Looking in the background there at the blood everywhere, that's definitely the female that I shot. I didn't think I hit her with that second or third shot. I know the second shot didn't. The third shot maybe hit, but I didn't think it did. That's why I didn't even go check. I was like, yeah, that was a wasted opportunity, but maybe we did complete the mission after all. Now, if this guy would move, get out here to the open and stand still. I really don't want to try to shoot him walking, but if he gets over here too far, I'll take the shot. But I'm not going to try to shoot him like this. Now, if I were trying to shoot, he would not stand still this long. When I need him to move, he's just going to stand here. If I look away at other stuff, he'll... Oh, I'd have shot you too. I tried to anyway. So we had a 1-star mature in there at least. I would take a shot at it. He's still just standing there. Oh, here we go. Too close. Right there would be the shot. he's 13 yards too close now. Let's see if we can back up 13 yards and have any chance at him. I don't think we'll do the same. I can see her, but not him. Oh, Lord. If I get up on the hill, the trees are going to be in the way. Maybe I'll have a line of sight right here. By the time I find a place, he'll move again. That tree's going to be in the way, I'm afraid. Oh, he's moved anyway. Oh, now he's back. Let's try one more time. Where did he go? Oh, he's further to the right. Oh, I'm way too close. 287. I don't have any options. I don't think this is going to be enough elevation. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe him right there. Alright, so we've got the range. Turn a little more sideways, preferably if you just stop. If he doesn't go down right in that area, tracking him is going to be a bear. Oh, he's down. Okay, so we're good. Alright, so we definitely will have completed the bear mission. I'm going to check the female first, claim her, just so I know whether or not 2 shots over 300 meters works or not. Maybe it does, maybe it don't. We've got him if it doesn't. Being a 2-star mature, he could be anything though. He could be 90-some% for all I know. But I didn't want to take the risk of not dropping one every 300 meters since that was the mission I needed to complete, so we'll see if it completes with her first. Let's go ahead and turn it on. So we need to keep your distance. This is a good way to end the hunt. Finishing up another mission. That's 2 tonight. That's pretty good. Okay, a spook over here. Something close. Saw it running through the woods. Just don't run and charge me. I don't have to run all the way back over here. I'm really curious to see how those two shots on the female worked out. So that's the shot I was wanting to take here. Just a regular broadside, drop them quick, done, the end. Instead I tried for the brain. Alright, let's see what we got. So that first shot, just a little low, right through the eyeball. She was blind. That's why I didn't get the skull damage, because so much of the energy was through that open eye socket area. Look at all that damage from the cone in open air. So that's why. I was close, a little low. So flesh damage. Not a great shot. But also under 300 meters. Look at that, 293. So I don't think she's going to count. We'll see. Nope. Alright. I didn't realize that she was actually closer when I took the second shot. But this guy should do us. This guy should do us. Yeah, that's a little better. Nice heart shot. Right lung. Again, 338. I know it's 400 meters, but 338 through the heart, and it's not a critical. 338 through the heart, and it's not critical. That's a lot. All right, and 76%, so not horrible. I wouldn't have shot him just to shoot him normally, but for the mission, I'm okay with that. Alright, so let's sell this guy. That completes Keep Your Distance. Alright, so that's not bad. We got 2 missions knocked out tonight. We got the 300 kilograms worth of reindeer, and we got the brown bear over 300 meters, which I figured that was going to be kind of tough. So we're only left with the moose over 500 kilograms, which shouldn't be hard. Just need to find a big old mature moose, and the 5-star pheasant. So I think the pheasant will be tough, but the moose shouldn't be. But we're going to wrap it up, guys. It's been a long hunt. We got a lot accomplished. Had a crash, but we got a lot done. So it's been fun. All right, guys. I appreciate you joining in. Hopefully, if you made it to the end, you enjoyed the hunt for the bear anyway. And please do the like and subscribe. I absolutely do appreciate it, and it does help out. Guys, y'all have a great night. God bless, and happy hunting.